Hello, happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Navy Doc 5184 here, and welcome to our monthly Viewers Choice live stream. So, before we get started, I will let you know that I already have two songs ahead for this. First one we're gonna do is gonna be Blackstar by David Bowie, and then we're gonna do The Creeps by Garbage. Before we get started, though, I do want to point out and also give a special welcome to my Kick viewers. It has been a long time since I have streamed on Kick, but I decided to go ahead and try to kind of go back into it. I know that I was having a lot of issues. I know I said I was going to start streaming solely on YouTube, but I do want to try Kick again. I'll just be honest, I was just having some, I guess you say, some personal issues with Twitch. I'm not going to really get into it, you know, and it just didn't really feel worth it to really stream on there. I am considering TikTok, but considering the nature of what I mostly live stream, I may reserve doing streaming on TikTok for my gaming live streams, but we'll see. But I at least wanted to give Kick a try. I'm not gonna fully commit to it. That's why basically everything you're seeing is probably still gonna be primarily a lot of my info for YouTube per se, outside of like maybe follow alerts or chat or anything like that. But you know, if I do a couple streams and it works well on Kick, then I'll probably start updating my channel to reflect that a little more. That way it doesn't feel like I'm alienating, you know, a specific audience, you know, because right now, you know, a lot of my stuff is YouTube heavy. I haven't really done much on my Kick yet, but I don't want to put in so much energy getting it all set up only to find out that, you know, it's not working the way I want it to. You know, I'm not getting, I don't want to say the results I want, but you know, it's just more of a feel type of deal. So I'm not gonna fully commit to it yet, but I want to give it a couple streams before I make a decision. But before I do that, just wanted to give you a heads up on that before we start. So all right, so with that said, another thing that you'll probably notice is that my live streams I usually tend to keep for members only, but I don't know what it is about this month. I've been in a really good mood this month. I know my last live stream I did for Dire Straits, I made that full replay public just because of the fact that it was kind of a shorter one. I didn't have very many reactions, but I do plan on some of my longer streams having a couple of those be that, and I figure, you know what, maybe Viewer's Choice would be the way to go, you know. And I also keep that in mind because I don't want to, well, I gotta be careful about how I say this. I was gonna say I don't want to completely screw over the people that can't make it, because, you know, at the same time, while yes, it does kind of screw over the people that can't make it, you know, having full replays of my live streams is, you know, something that, you know, I gotta give my channel members, you know, something to do, you know. And sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do, you know, and things will change as I, you know, get more into this. You know, it's just a work in progress. But that's where we're at now. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the reactions. As I said, we're gonna start with David Bowie's. Wow, Lord help me learn to speak during this live stream. David Bowie's Blackstar. And I was looking at this and I saw the release date for the YouTube video was November of 2015, which, wow, it was only a couple months. That's barely 2 months before he passed away, I believe, actually, now that I think about it. I mean, absolutely insane. And I was trying to see anything on the comment or in the description if they did anything, but I saw some comments on the videos, and it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, this really has me very intrigued. Even the lyrics they show on there show it's not very lyrical, so I'm very curious on what the video is all about, because for the video to be about 10 minutes long and yet the lyrics are all in the description apparently, and it reads more like a small, and I mean very small, poem. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very curious to see what he did with this. A lot of people, you know, really contributed to him really kind of giving a goodbye in a way, but We shall see. We shall see. I'm really looking forward to this. One thing I'll say about Mr. Bowie is he's got to be one of the most versatile artists I've ever reacted to. And I feel so bad that it has taken me so long to get back to reacting to David Bowie, because my goodness, this, as I said, he's one of the most versatile artists I've ever reacted to. It feels like no matter what genre you could think of, he can do it, and he has done it, and it's just amazing the range he had. There's only a couple artists that I would probably say could even, you know, match that. Prince would probably be one of them easily in terms of versatility, in terms of you know, their range of their style. Really, right off the top of my head, that's all I can think of. So, you know, whether you want to call it high praise for David Bowie or whether you want to call it high praise for Prince, I really don't, you know, don't know, because honestly, both are very impressive in that span, and the fact that they're just so versatile in their range. But I think you've heard enough from me. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Oh, I do also want to do another disclaimer here. So I do have my YouTube stream open on a separate tablet, just because another thing I'm doing is I'm testing different chat bots, because especially with multi-streaming, I want to be able to find bots that I can actually, you know, use and, you know, type in myself, so I can type in certain commands and everything, but also kind of bots that have things that you as the viewers can do while, you know, during points like these, you know, whether it's a Magic 8 Ball or things like that. I know I had a bot that I was using earlier, but then my last live stream, it didn't want to work. So, you know, it's just a matter of trying to find one that works with each platform. So, so that's probably something else that you'll notice looks very different on here. So right now, so far, this chatbot seems to be working, but I just got my YouTube one open just in case. But for my Kick users, well, actually, it looks like Kick is having no problem. It's more YouTube I'm worried about. So we'll go ahead and get started. We got David Bowie's Blackstar. Let me switch on over. All right, turn these on. All right, let me make sure I got my volume up. Volume is up. All righty, let's see what Mr. Bowie has in store for us. I didn't know any better. I think this person was in quarantine of some sort. Very interesting thing I'm getting from this. So, just from the very start on here, I don't want to say it's a dark vibe, but you definitely kind of get like a down version, and then you just have, you know, this woman walking through, and yet she has like a sense of, I don't know exactly the word, but definitely feels like the opposite of the vibe of the song. And I gotta say, it, even with the background, it's a very interesting clash. It's like the attitude that she's portraying doesn't match the scenery, if you know what I mean. It's a very interesting clash, but that's kind of like what I like about Bowie, is just his artistic vision for like these songs. And like, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've really watched any actual music videos of his. They either been like lyric videos or performances. So I think this is actually the first music video I've watched from. I take that back. Let's Dance I've watched, but you know, he has a very interesting vision with his videos, and I kind of like the contrast of what I'm getting here. Hey, I'm gonna assume it's Elena. I hope I pronounced your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Feel free to correct me, but hello there, and thank you for joining in. Let's go ahead and get back.
On the day of execution,
Ooh, hello, David. Let me rewind this a little bit because I just see that you just asked to request a song, and yes, you can. Just and actually, you know what? I'm very glad. Actually, let me wait until. Give me a second here. Move this out of the screen. You actually reminded me of something very important, and I can't believe I almost forgot that. Just give me a second here. Where is it? Okay, there we go. I had to actually open up my request list so I can keep track of this. So I'm gonna go ahead. I will get back to reacting to this song, but definitely feel free to request what you want here. After I do this song, I'm gonna be doing "The Creeps" by Garbage, but then I will do your song request right after that. So feel free to let me know what you want to hear, and I'll go ahead and put it on the list. All right, let's get back to Mr. Bowie here. And now it looks like stuff's really about to start getting interesting.
On the day of execution, on the day of execution, only women kneel and smile.
Jeez.
At the center of it all, at the center of it all.
That man is something else, isn't he? All right, so I'm one I hate pausing so often, but there's just stuff that I just really kind of want to really kind of emphasize on. I want to make sure I really get to it. Okay, so just this whole bit where you're just watching him, very interesting how it's like kind of got him blindfolded, and I can't tell if that's just buttons on there, but I just for some reason I think it was oh Lord, who I don't remember where I saw it from or if it was just part of like maybe a story, but how they would put like pennies on the eyes of the dead. I guess the in a way pay the ferry, to the afterworld or something like that. And considering how close this was to when he was passing away, I think that's why that's the first thing that came to my mind. But it's just interesting just looking at his expression. It's like you can hear, see, and feel everything. I mean, just look at this, man. Just look at everything he's emoting with this. Also, knowing what he's going through at this time is absolutely insane. As I said, the dude is something else. I'm very curious on what this story is all about. So is that him? No, that is not him. I'm curious on what role she's gonna play in this video though. Very curious. Definitely get like the sense of like a struggle with this, but yeah, it's like weird because with that it's almost like she brings like a peace to the struggle, you know what I mean? I mean, between them, David especially. Oh, hey there. Thanks for subscribing and thanks for becoming a member. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. How we doing today? Took a look at the chat and saw I got some really good news. Really, thanks a lot. Really means a lot. Thank you so much for that. It's really going to help with the support of the channel. But good Lord. Again, let's go back a little. Well, actually, I don't think we really need to go back. It's just, again, it's just so crazy thinking about the oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I said, how it feels like they're conveying like a struggle to that, and then you just got this woman. Here she is walking with a skull, but she has like this such look of peace. Bowie is just a master at art. I don't know where this video is going. I just know that it's got me hooked, almost kind of like watching like a drama on TV. This dude just knows how to do it.
In the villa of all men stands a solitary candle.
And it's amazing. The song itself is so very simple.
At the center of it all. At the center of it
That's supposed to be like a black hole or like an eclipse of some sort. Or maybe that's the Blackstar that he speaks of in the song. Very interesting. It's like the all very welcome, or not welcome, but I don't know. They definitely seem overcome with something. Oh, okay. Here we go. Look at this. All right, what we got going on here? This is an interesting video. You are not wrong. And you know what? Just let's go on that point right there with this being an interesting video. With this is actually the first music video of David Bowie's I watch, and how ironic that the first video of his I watch is his last one. And the fact that he released this like on YouTube just a couple days, or not a couple days, a couple months before he passed away. Though actually, I think the actual album release was 2 days before he passed away. But this was just a couple months beforehand. And it's just weird. I mean, just looking at this, it's like, I don't think you would imagine that he was that close. But then it's like when you watch it in retrospect, it's almost as if, like, sometimes, like, you just know. Like, I think sometimes people just know. Another example I think of is, for anybody who's a wrestling fan, they'll probably know this, The Ultimate Warrior. I remember when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, I was so pumped for that. And it looked like he finally made peace with a lot of the old wrestlers that he had beef with, or that had beef with him. But then I remember on the Monday Night Raw, he came out and cut a promo like as the Ultimate Warrior, the only way Warrior could, you know. But it was just weird because I'm just watching. I was like, man, he just looks so blown up. And that's usually what people use the term, like when they just get really gassed. And then, what was it, 24 hours or 48 hours later, he passed away. But listening to his promo was so eerie what he said, because it was almost like he knew that he only had a very short time left and he had to get his piece in. When I go on my break, I'm actually going to post a link. Actually, you know what? Depending on how the stream goes, I may even throw that into the stream to where we watch that promo. If not, it's something I'll probably throw in at some other point, because me trying to explain it is not going to do it justice. But I'm getting that same vibe with this video. It's just like, it just feels like he knew. And this was just his way of just making sure he just got his piece in before it was time. And speaking of peace, it's very interesting how, like, earlier in the video it seemed like there was such a struggle, and now look at it.
Something happened on the day he died.
even just the way he changed. Okay, where we're at, 446. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Listen to how he's singing here, and just how the music is. Now let's go back to here and listen to the change of tone. Oops. The absolute change of the tone of the song itself. Not even just his voice, but the whole song's tone changed. Like this right here sounds like classic Bowie right here. I mean, look at the energy that he's bringing right now. Hey, no worry, Elizabeth. All good. Again, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really means a lot. And definitely feel free to speak your piece on here. I know, oh my good. I know I pronounced your name right earlier. I think I said Elena. But she made a request earlier. If there's something you'd like to see on the live stream, definitely feel free to leave your request too. I'll be sure to get those both on the list on here. I'm going to be reacting to The Creeps by Garbage after this song. But man, this song honestly, as I'm reacting to this song by itself probably deserved a whole video. There's probably so much that can be discussed with the song. I'm not going to have enough time to get in. There's no way I'm going to have enough time in this live stream to really do this. I may even do a review video, a separate review video of this song and watch it again, because this is something else. And I just love the absolute energy shift up to this point, because now it's like it feels like we are getting classic Bowie with this part. Absolutely amazing. Dude, my man. This is amazing. I'm saying this right now. There is no way, if I would have watched this when it came out and someone like time traveled back in time and told me that in just a couple of months that this man was going to pass away, there is no way I would have believed him. I would have thought I was getting scammed, or you know, that there's some kind of, there's no way you would have been able to convince me that just a couple of months after this, he was going to pass away. This dude looked like he could still go for who knows how long. There's no way watching him here that you could convince me otherwise. Like, this is not a shell of David Bowie. This is David Bowie in all his marvelous glory. Okay, so we're back with the original. So what's going? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. You know what? Okay, I'll rewind this a little bit, but I think what just happened is a huge testament to how great he is. He made me completely forget about almost everything that happened in like the first third of the video, where I was just talking about I can't wait to see how this ends up. It's like I just got so engrossed with David. It's like I completely forgot about it, but then they brought this here. I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to know what the whole point, what her role was in this video and what the whole end game was with that, especially with that skull. So now we're gonna finally get it, but I completely forgot that I even wanted that. Okay, so what is going on? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, he's back here, so let's... that's somebody different with it now. Alright. Well, they definitely look a little more jovial than they did before. Very intriguing, I will say that. I'm waiting to see what happens when they rise up, because I have a feeling there's going to be some sort of transformation. I won't be disappointed if there isn't. That's just the vibe I'm kind of getting. What's going on now? I'm starting to think 10 minutes isn't enough for this music video. I think we need another 10. No, come on. We can't end it like that. We can't. No. Come on. We need more to the story. Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. That is not fair. Yeah. Like I said earlier, there is absolutely no way that I can discuss properly in this live stream everything that probably needs to be discussed and looked at with this music video. Absolutely no way. It would be absolutely disrespectful for me to try to do that. So I'm not. I will, obviously give some stuff on there. The first obvious being that right before it ended, I said there's no way that 10 minutes is enough for this video. We definitely needed more than 10 minutes for this. And when you can get that, when you can get an artist that can do a song that's 10 minutes long and, a video that's long and you want it to be longer, that by itself says a lot about that. And again, just watching this, it's like there's no way you could have told me, like if I watched this when it was released, that this was not only going to be his last video, but that he was going to pass away just a couple months later. There's no way I would have believed that. Absolutely none. So, wow, what a song. But it's David Bowie. What do you expect? And honestly, as I watch that, I know I've got, like, I don't want to say plenty of David Bowie reactions, but boy, oh boy, do I really need to get back to doing some more David Bowie. So, all right, with that said, I know I'm kind of chit-chatting here. I need to get Elena's request in here. So we got one OK Rock VR from Ambitions Japan. Okay. So I'm gonna look up that video for you, Elena, and then I'll get that added onto my list. Oh, and actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking, oh, there was that Ambitions Japan. There it is. All right, so let me make sure I save that to the right playlist. Where is Viewer's Choice? Where is Viewer's Choice? All right. Can't find, so I'll just put it. All right, found the video. I'm trying to put it on my playlist, but my having a little trouble finding the playlist, so I just got to open another tab. I got it on after garbage, so that way when I get done with that, I'll get right to the song. Though actually, let me see here. Yeah, we'll probably have time. If you're new to my live streams, one thing you'll learn is that I usually try to take breaks every 45 minutes to an hour just to make sure I get up and get some proper stretching time in. You know, just health reasons. You know, I try to be healthy. You know, I am a nurse. You know, obviously with that name like Navy Doc, that should imply that, you know, at the very least I have some sort of medical training. So I try to be healthy with this. So, but I'll have enough time. So I will do the creeps. Probably take a break after that, and then after after I do the creeps and take my break, I will get to the One OK Rock, which are before I get started. So I'm assuming that they're like a J-Rock band, because if that's the case, I'm probably sure I'm absolutely going to like it, because I don't think there's any J-Rock or J-Metal band that I've heard of that I have not liked yet. I mean, between Love Bites, Baby Metal, Bandmade, recently been getting into Hanabiye. Good lord, they are something else. And actually seeing that another reactor that I watch a lot of her stuff with, Biscuit, even reacted to this at one point. So I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued. Really very intrigued. Alright. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to get to the video here. Alright, so there's the video, got captions on, got it full screen. Switch over. And I feel like that there was something that I was, oh, never mind, no, I did get my point off. I felt like that I was starting to say something, but then lost track, but nope, I was talking about my breaks, so we good. Alright, y'all, let's get it. The Creeps by Garbage. Oh, that sounded quiet. Did I turn the volume down on my headphones or something? Interesting start to the video. I'll give him that. Close Creeps. I like that.
When I get like this, I give myself the creeps. Like a newborn cub on little shaky feet. Stumbling around, trying to find some ground. What a joke, always thrashing around. Till I figure it out, and then I choke.
Not bad. Dang, it's already got me hooked. When was this made? I gotta see. When was this made? This honestly sounds like old school Garbage almost. 4 years ago? So 2020. They did this song in 2021, and this sounds like something I would have heard back in even the early 2000s. Wow. That is amazing. She does not sound like she lost a step at all with her voice. Even the sound, it just sounds like class. You know, it's weird saying classic garbage because I'm sure that to somebody without context, it sounds like I'm insulting the group. But no. I think they did the same to me when I did Magnetized.
So upset, I saw them selling me out. Right there on Los Feliz Boulevard. They were selling me cheap out there on the street. Ostracized, large as life. There were tears in my eyes, and so I drove on by. I can't let my feelings keep hijacking my brain. Got a gun against my head. I'm gonna make my way around this wall until I'm changed. Got a gun against my head. I can't let my feelings keep hijacking my brain. Got a gun against my head. I'm gonna make my way around this wall until I'm changed. Got a gun against my head.
Okay. I don't even know where to go with this. You know, and they did this to me when I reacted to their song Magnetized, where it was just like, usually when I listen to artists I haven't listened to in a very long time, I expect to hear such a, maybe not a drastic change, but I don't expect it to sound like the group that I remembered, like, you know, when I was younger. And yet here they are again. This sounds like exactly like a song that I could have imagined being like released when they released their album. Actually, I think it was just the self-titled album, Garbage. One that had Queer, I'm Only Happy When It Rains, Stupid Girl, which honestly, Stupid Girl, I think is a song I don't think gets enough love from them. I always hear about so many other songs. Stupid Girl is definitely one of their better songs, I think. Definitely one of my favorites for them. Probably at the very least top 4. Easy. Easy. I don't think that song gets enough love for them. Oh my. Okay, I'll tell you what, Elizabeth, go ahead. I think you can link on here. I have not used this chatbot before, so I myself am not sure, but I think you can do the link. If not, I'll just scroll back up and search it. Either way, one thing I'll definitely ensure you is that Daesung is probably going to be definitely included on there. I love that man's vocals. He is, good God almighty, that dude's vocals are crazy. But yeah, he'll definitely be included on this one. And if I have enough time, I'll probably throw a winner in there. So like I said, we'll see if I have time. I should, but Daesung is definitely going to get included. There's no way I can leave him out. But let's get back to Garbage. I'll say this, very interesting concept with the video work too.
My tail between my legs. I'm deadbeat tired and a bit of a mess. Feeling all refreshed and brimming with hope.
But again, it's like everything about it, the video, the song, classic Garbage.
I can't let my feelings keep hijacking my brain.
I did not lose a step at all. Actually, I would say this feels like more classic Garbage than Magnetized did. Ah! Dang.
I give myself the creeps.
Best of Garbage. That's probably something I'm gonna have to look up on my own time at some point. Wow, well done.
Oh, I thought we were going to recreate that.
Okay, Elizabeth, thanks. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't absolutely sure. I know sometimes, especially with YouTube chat, sometimes it's difficult to do that. But oh, Dorian Gray. Yeah, I've seen some of the videos on here, and he's like seems like somebody that I definitely want to go to, trying to find like the best videos for that one. So, but thanks for reminding me of that. I'll definitely be sure to look that up. Actually, before I even go on my break, let me look that up now. But while I'm looking that up, I will go ahead and actually, before I even do that, I need to add the creeps to a certain playlist, because I need to make sure that when I do my replay of this, that I include the links to all the videos I react to. Because it is only right that I make sure that I give a shout out to the videos that I react to. Whether they fall under copyright rules or not, doesn't matter to me. I want to make sure that the original people get their credit where it's due. Alright, so let me look up So Ugly by Daesung. Alright. Let's look for Dorian. Oh, I misread your earlier comment. I was thinking that the song, I was thinking that Winner was the name of the song by, is it Seungyoon? But then I looked at that and I realized that they did the song together, so my bad on that. I thought you requested 2 songs, but you requested only 1. That's all good though, it's all good. But anything involving Daesung, it's like, it's gonna be hard for me to say no to, because when I first like heard his vocals on Fantastic Baby, it's like, good lord, I don't know what it was about his vocals that grabbed me so much, but man, that dude is the truth with his vocals. I absolutely loved it. So, but yeah, when I go back to thinking about like that garbage video I saw, I don't think there's much more I can say about that video. That oh, no worries, Elizabeth. I found the video. I already got it on there. The Dorian Gray's version. No, I just misread your comment because I saw it and I'm like, wait, he did that with somebody? And then when I reread your comment, I realized like, oh yeah, he did do that with somebody. So that's what I was talking about. I did find the video though. But yeah, as I was saying with that song, The Creeps, I don't think there's anything that I can say that I haven't said already during the reaction. I mean, it was absolutely lovely to me because, again, it just felt like classic garbage, and it was just nice to hear that, you know, they didn't have any real drastic change to their sound at all. So it was very pleasant, very pleasant. And I will say this, I like the song enough that it's probably going to get added to my personal music playlist to listen to once I get done with the stream. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take my break, probably like around 10 minutes or so, just so I can get up, you know, use restroom, might refill my drink too. You know, just make sure I get some good stretching in. But then after that, we got One OK Rock coming up. And then after that, we'll get Daesung and Seungyoon on there. And we'll see where we go from there. So see you guys in about 10 minutes. Alrighty, we are back and ready to get started, and we are gonna get into it with One OK Rock. But before I do that, I don't know why I just had I guess you could say that big urge to just talk about why I really love this particular live stream doing the viewer's choice, because it's one of those things. I always try to think of ways that I can give back to the viewer, because of the fact, it's like y'all are I'm one who really values like their time, and if I'm taking time, to watch somebody's live stream, in a way it sounds kind of selfish, but you kind of do this hoping that you get something out of it. And this is probably like the best way, because I know like sometimes it's really hard for me to get to reactions, like recording videos that people really do. So the fact that I can do this in real time really, really, just makes me feel good about it as a creator, because it's like I feel like in that way it's like it's like I can definitely know for sure I'm giving you what I want, because you're telling me what you want to hear, and then boom, you get it. I just feel bad for the people who might come in later near the end and request something, and they may have to wait till the next one. But that's why I do these monthly. And also look at the variety that we're getting so far. I think about the first one I did, and that was probably the coolest one. That one had such a variety. But even with this one, I mean, let's think about it. We started with David Bowie, so you got your classic rock covered. We got garbage, probably fall more into industrial rock. Now we're about to get into, I don't know if they fall under Japanese rock or Japanese metal, but definitely Japanese, I'm sure. And then we're going to be getting K-pop. It's like, talk about a variety in genres. That is the stuff I live for this. So really, thank you guys for coming in and participating on that. You guys are really what make these fun. So One OK Rock, I have no idea what they're about. Probably should have looked them up before I ended the break, but you know what? Now I like going in blind. I think that's why I never really look up anybody before I start, because I try to really go into these blind, just so I can figure out, to get more authentic reactions. So let me make sure I unmute the desktop. All right, One OK Rock, we are. Oh, wow. Wow, that is... Okay, hold on. Before I continue, I just gotta say, it's like, did they really have to do that? Did they really have to do that? Come on now. That is so cool. That is so cool. Look at that. Looks like a bunch of fireflies.
Think that we're no one, we're nothing, not sorry. They push us, it's too late, not going back.
All right. I think it's kind of worth pointing out. I think this is actually going to be my first. I'm assuming the Japanese rock. If I'm wrong, please correct me. So I'm just going to say Japanese rock until I'm proven otherwise. But this is actually my first time listening to a male Japanese rock band. So thank you very much for this suggestion. Finally forcing me to expand my horizons. And I already love it. Dude, is that really the crowd singing that? They got enough people that it probably is.
keep walking and let me go. They are the weekend.
Dude, this feels like such a strong, like, summer vibe type song. Perfect timing for it. Get it! Okay, so I don't even know where to start or end with this. I hate the fact that I'm pausing this without really anything to say, but just understand I'm really just doing that to keep this from getting blocked, because unfortunately there have been times where I've gotten so wrapped up in reactions that the stream ended up getting blocked for copyright reasons, and I have to really make sure I'm very respectful, you know, to follow all the rules with that regard. So that is part of the reason why I paused it there, because I just felt so engrossed in the song that I'm just like, I don't want to stop listening. I don't want to speak over it. I don't want to say anything over it. And I'm like, at this point, 3 minutes in, I should have something to say about it. But no, I don't. I honestly don't. But I can tell you this. I absolutely love this. And as soon as the stream is over, this song is getting put on my music playlist. This is amazing. I love it. How have I not heard of this group until now? And I love the energy, too. I mean, everything about this group is so solid. Listen to that crowd. Listen to that. I love moments like this in live performances when you hear the crowd like singing along and everything. It's just I feel sorry for whoever has to clean that up after the concert. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this next statement is not directed to anybody watching now. This is directed to anybody who has suggested me new bands and everything in my other like Japanese rock videos. Why have y'all not told me about this group? You know, and I know really the only people it's going to apply to are the people that are watching the replay on this. But why didn't y'all tell me about this group? I need answers. This is absolutely freaking amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. And now don't get me wrong. I know I'm complaining about the fact that the folks who have suggested groups did not suggest a song, but you know, the groups that y'all did suggest, you know, like I said, you know, I've learned about Hanabiye. They are amazing. Bandmade was great. You know, this all started when I was reacting to Love Bites. Actually, I would say even before I reacted to Love Bites, Baby Metal was the only Japanese rock group that I really even knew of. I didn't hear of them. I just knew of them. But, I mean, and all the groups that I was told, which are all amazing groups. I mean, like I said, Bandmade, Hanabiye, all absolutely wonderful groups. Absolutely love them. You know, and even the J-pop group that I was introduced to, Sakurazaka 46, you know, they're even great. But why did nobody tell me about One OK Rock? Why? It's like, as happy as I am that I was introduced to the groups I have been, I'm just as upset that I wasn't introduced to this. But then again, the way this is going, it's like there's so many great groups out there, it's probably easy to forget some. So I will show some grace. This isn't a complete, you know, like big time scolding of people leaving this group out. I will show some grace because I don't know what it is about Asian groups in general, because even with like K-pop, you know, that I've heard, and there's even a collaboration song I did, Asian State of Mind, where you threw in India, Vietnam, China. It's just like, I don't know what it is about Asian, you know, music. It's like every time I hear like anything from new Asian group, it's just absolutely amazing. You know, I can't even just say Japanese or Korean, just Asian music in general. It's just out. I don't know what it is about it, but absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. That's, oh man. All right, I think I've complained long enough. Let me add this song to live reaction links. Good, that way. And actually, what I'm gonna do before I get to the next one, I do need to double check. Because as I said, when I do these replays and make that, I desperately want to make sure I add all the links to the videos I reacted to. So I'm just double checking real quick to make sure that all the links got put on there. So we have Blackstar, Creeps, and One OK Rock. Okay, good to go. And actually, since I've already done that live stream, I can take these videos out. Alrighty. So those are all in there. Good to go. So One OK Rock is done. Now we got ourselves up. Have I heard about the Rose before? No, I've not heard about the Rose. I have a feeling this is going to be another one that's going to, I'm not going to say upset me, but alright, so no, I'm not looking for the movie The Rose. Oh, well, they show okay, I have no idea. I see The Rose. I see The Rose official. Oh, maybe that's the same thing. Is that a Korean alt-pop band? Oh boy. Y'all are gonna kill me. Y'all are gonna kill me. back to me. Well, that's the first video that popped up for them, so you know what? Let's go ahead and just throw that into the mix. So we'll get to that after we get Daesung taken care of. Just give me a second here. Got an ad plan. I'd like to get the ads done before I get to the videos on there. Okay, so that video starts straight off singing. Okay. Alright, so let's get to Seungyoon and Daesung. YG family concert in Japan. Oh, that ought to be a good one. That ought to be a good one. Hey, Mistio. So forgive me if I sound a little skeptical. I get a lot. I see that was one thing when I did Kick before. I got so many bot comments like that. But I will give you the benefit of the doubt. When I'm done with the stream, I will look you up, okay? Because I know that there are some people who are very genuine with comments like this. But I've had way too many comments like that were from bots. So I always take these comments with a grain of salt, but I'm not going to completely discount you. I will look you up after I get done with the stream. So I am going to apologize if you are for real, though. It's just like I said, just too many times, you know, it's just been some sort of scam, you know, so just forgive me if I seem a little skeptical per se, you know, but I will not completely dismiss you because unfortunately you could be like one of the few that are for real. So like I said, I'll look you up afterward, but in the meantime, we're gonna switch on over. All right, desktop is muted. Let's do this. Ugly by Daesung and Seungyoon. I'm looking forward to this. Let's do it. Now that I think about it, maybe I need to look up winner. All right, hold on. I'll rewind it a little bit. I got issue with that lyric on there. If that man is singing and no one is listening, that's a them problem. That is not you problem, my dude. That is a them problem. That is a big time them problem. Okay, I gotta remember. This is a cover. You did tell me that this was a cover. I gotta keep that in mind with these lyrics. But actually, I think about it. This was a 21 did this. So no, statement still applies. Statement still applies, even with them. You know, so, yeah, them problem. Not a 21 problem, it's a listener problem. Good lord. But I do have to remember this is a cover, so take lyrics with a grain of salt. Good lord, this man. my God. Okay, all right. All right, so, oh my goodness. Great voice. Yeah, I told you, he gripped me the first time I heard him. So, I'm going to say this. I absolutely love this song. There's one thing I hate about it, though. The feeling, if I didn't have captions on and know, like, the lyrics, I would feel like this is such an upbeat and happy song. It's like the feeling of the song does not match the lyrics, and it gets to the point where I almost felt bad for, like, bopping my head and getting into it, because then I look at that, I'm like, these are lyrics that I should not be celebrating and getting down to. Definitely not. But how can you not when the song is such a freaking bop? Good Lord. Elizabeth, I know he said this was arguably one of his greatest lives, and you know what? Dude, it's... I thought his performance at... Because I know I did a Big Bang reaction when they were at the Mama Awards. I think it was 2013. And I thought he was great then. This easily tops that. Good Lord Almighty. Yes, and you know what? Speaking of the 2013 Mama Awards, you just said the curse of K-pop, upbeat songs with depressing lyrics. That happened to me. I don't remember the name of the song. It was a G-Dragon song, though, and he did it at the 2013, I think it was 2013 Mamas. And I remember I was talking about how it's such, like, it just felt like such a springtime, like, vibe type of bop song. And then somebody was telling me about the lyrics, or, like, if you actually look at the lyrics, you know, it's actually kind of depressing. It's like, come on, yo. You can't do that. It's like, you can't have me bop into a song, and it's like, under normal circumstances, if this is something you were really actually saying to me, it's like, I would be trying to console you, not celebrate and have a good time with it, but good Lord Almighty. All right, let me rewind a little bit, just a few seconds. And Daesung, you ain't ugly either. And again, you know, I know you may change the lyrics, but again, you know, doesn't apply to anybody from 21 or this man. Good Lord. So this is actually my first time hearing this man. Okay, hold on. Why is he rocking a Leatherface shirt? You want to talk about an absolute clash. You get an upbeat song with sad lyrics, and then you get a homeboy who's got another dude who's got a great voice, but here he is rocking a Leatherface shirt. I got some questions. Good. Come on, man. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Those harmonies. I'm a sucker for harmonies. I don't call people out, but you lying. There ain't no way people really thought they were ugly for real. Ain't no way. I swear, there's no way. I refuse to believe. Actually, you know what? I take that back. K-pop fans are something else. So, you know, yes, I can believe that people would say that. I've seen so many crazy things said about K-pop idols that are just so outlandish. I'm just like, what is wrong with people? So, you know what? As much as I want to say, no, they did, when I really think about how some K-pop fans are, it's like, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, they probably... Especially when you... And I hate to bring this up on such an upbeat song. When you think about so many K-pop... Not even just K-pop, you know, like music idols, but even like actors and actresses that took their own lives. It's just... Ugh. All right, let's just go back. Let's enjoy these beautiful harmonies that threw me off so far. Because that was awesome. Well, you know what? They just said a great line right there. You're talking about everything they said. The world is full of lies. And you know what? So is K-pop fans. They can be full of lies too. Keep that in mind, idols. Keep that in mind. They hate you because they ain't you. Wow, what a song! And this is a cover. I may have to check out the original of this. This generation of K-pop was something else, yo. Oh my goodness, this... I knew... It's not fair for the song to be so short. This is amazing. What a duo. Wow. Oh, that was their debut. So they debuted in 2014. Okay, wow. Wow. I'm trying very hard to figure out what to say of this. And I know I said this in my last live stream when I was reacting to Dire Straits. But one of the advantages I have when I record reactions is that when I get to this point of the reaction, I can pause the recording, in some cases even stop it, so I can take time to collect my thoughts, gather my thoughts, and then give some sort of intelligent analysis of what it was I reacted to. But when I react to it live, lots of times it doesn't happen, and I find myself stammering around like an idiot. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the idiot stammer portion. Because what do you say to that? That was an amazing duo. I'm gonna have to look up Winner for sure as a group. Definitely gonna have to look them up. Probably won't have time to get to them tonight, but definitely gonna look them up as a group. Probably throw them, because next month I'm actually gonna be doing a live stream that's dedicated to K-pop, to like groups, either groups that I haven't heard or songs I haven't heard, because there's some groups that I know, but there's some songs there that I haven't heard, so I'm gonna throw those like groups in there. So Winner will probably be included in that K-pop thing right there. But first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this video to the proper... Alright, got that. And then I'm going to look up Ugly by 21. Alright, so open that in a new tab. Let that ad play. Now, before I get to 21's version of that, because definitely going to check out freaking the original version. But I'm gonna hit up the Rose before that. Actually, where am I at time-wise? Hey Joseph, what's up? Thanks for the follow. Excuse me. Yeah, sure, I'll get with you later on after the stream. Well, depending on what time. I know there's somebody else I'm supposed to get with after the stream, but like now that I think about it, it depends on what time it is, because unfortunately my ass is kind of old, so I may be going to bed not too long after the stream. But thankfully I have this on replay. I will be sure to at least get with you. Definitely will look forward to checking out some games, and I'm always down to collab with people, especially with, you know, some games, because I know I've been wanting to get back into Phasmophobia. That's definitely more fun to do with people. Always looking for new people to play with Dead by Daylight and other games like that. But definitely, yeah, definitely will take a chance. But what games do you play, dude? Definitely let me know what games you play. But before I get to that, I think what I'm going to do, because I'm looking at the time, and I know I've got 2 songs coming up on the queue, and I may make those my last one. So here's what I'm probably gonna do. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take a short stretch break. Won't be very long. This one will probably be reduced, maybe we'll say 5 to 10 minutes, just again, you know, just to make sure I do that. And we'll get back, and then we're gonna hit up the Rose, and we'll do their song Back to Me, and then we're gonna check out the original version of Ugly. And good lord, what Daesung and Seungyoon did with that, I can't wait to hear what 21 did with it. Oh, hold on, what do you got here? Okay, before I go on my break, let me look up this song for you, Lil Supreme. I know I'm saying that I may end up with these 2 songs, but let me see how long this song is, so... Okay, it's a shorter song, so you know what? I'll go ahead. I will throw that on there. So so it's a shorter one. Oh, hello. What we got here? Melodic rap. Okay. Oh, so you're an artist on the rise, huh? Okay. Well, we'll see what you got after this. So, alright, so I'll go ahead and I'll take a short break, and when I come back, we're gonna hit up Back to Me by the Rose, Ugly by 21, and then we'll hit up Lil Supreme's Now She Want Me. So give me about 5-10 minutes and we'll get right back to it. Oh, wait. What's not it? Now She Want Me, Lil Supreme official audio? That's not it? Oh, okay. Maybe you just got caught up. Yeah, no, there's just 2 other songs that's coming before yours. No worries, no worries. It's all good. It's all good. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we'll go ahead and we'll hit the home stretch on these. Alrighty, let's do this. We are in the final stretch. And to answer your question, Little Supreme, yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Alrighty. Here we are on the home stretch. And we got excuse me. Da, 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 da. Alright, so Elena, we got you to thank for this one. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Oh, let me unmute the audio here. Let me make sure volume's up. Good. All right, let's do it. Back to Me by The Rose. Korean alt pop. This is actually going to be a first for me. Let's do this.
I could make you mad, I could make you scream, I could make you cry, I could make you leave, I could make you hate me for everything, but I can't make you come back to me. But I can't make you come back to me. Call me all day, but I never pick up. Instead of pulling my weight, always pushing my luck. You gave me all that I could take, yeah, I took it all for granted. Head up in the clouds, yeah, I never understand it. I remember thinking I don't need you, but then time passed by and it's so untrue. Now I'm the rain over your parade, reason you're over me. Yeah, I always keep making the same mistakes. Maybe I never deserved you.
Wow.
I could make you mad, I could make you scream, I could make you cry, I could make you leave, I could make you hate me for everything, but I can't make you come back to me. I could make a world out of
Yo.
I could make you say things you don't mean. I can all make
What the hell?
to be, but I can't make you come back to me.
Okay. You know, what? You know, Elizabeth said it earlier when she was talking about the K-pop curse, where you get such upbeat songs with like sad lyrics. It's like you listen to the like what the song, what you sing it in the song. And it's like you should not be bopping this, but how can you not bop to this freaking song? Yes, I'm gonna no. Actually, you know what? If I'm gonna be absolutely real, and when you say you're guessing I like it, you're wrong. I adore this song. Holy crap. You and Elizabeth are just, oh my, wow. You know, good. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go. I can't talk right now. Let's continue.
Just to fuck it all up, when I see you tonight. Since you told me hit the road, I've been running on empty. If anything, I know it's how to ruin a happy ending. I remember when you still needed me. Don't know how I let it go so easily. Now I'm bound to your sunny days. Reason you run away. Don't know how I
With these lyrics, I have no business bopping this song, but again, how can you not? This song's almost over, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Darn nabbit.
Make you mad, I can make you scream, I can make you cry, I can make you leave, I can make you hate me for everything, but I can't make you come back to me.
My goodness.
Making the switch to
My goodness. You two just. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We need to come up with a pairing name for you two, because you two have really, with what you have introduced me to with this stream, and this goes to the point I said earlier on why I love doing Viewer's Choice streams so much. Because it's very, I don't think there has been a time where anybody suggested a song I didn't like. If it did, it was like maybe one or two out of hundreds that I've listened to. But to be able, like, I was introduced to two new groups, a collaboration that I did not know I needed in Daesung and what was his name, Seungyoon, and possibly introduced to another great K-pop group, you know, with that, you know, and then I just think about the variety, because you know we done J-rock, classic rock, industrial rock, K-pop, do more K-pop, and then the last song we're gonna do, from what I've seen, looks like it's gonna be melodic rap, you know. So it's like, I love the variety that I get with these, and most people know that I just love music in general anyways. There's not really a genre I don't like. Yeah, there are some genres that I probably don't listen to as much, but definitely like them. So, but good lord, I mean, between Elena and Elizabeth, you two have been crazy this stream, and I wish I could mandate certain viewers be involved with certain streams, but y'all have your own lives, and obviously with my streaming schedule, there's no guarantee you would even be available when I do these streams. So I'm not gonna put any mandates out there, but Elena, thank you so much. I really enjoyed the songs you suggest. They have been great, and especially this one. Honestly, I think all the songs you guys have suggested are probably gonna get thrown on my playlist once I get done with this. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to see you again. Like I said, I do these Viewers Choice at once a month. When it happens, it just depends on my schedule, because you know, I have to go around my work schedule, you know, and I also have to make sure, you know, I just time it to when I have time and energy to do it. But really appreciate you being here. Thank you for your suggestions. They were amazing, and I hope to see you again. You have a wonderful night. So, with all that being said, I've already got Back to Me saved on the proper playlist. So, okay. Go ahead, and I will actually gonna preemptively save Ugly on here, since I know that's gonna go on there. And actually, let me go ahead. I'll save Now She Want Me on the list too, because I want to make sure. There we go. Because as I said, I always want to make sure that when I do these replays, that these links are thrown on there. That way, if anybody wants to see them themselves. And that's one of the main reasons why, you know I talk about copyright and everything, but at the same time, I always find this to be the best way I can, like, directly support the artist I'm reacting to, because, you know, it's one thing for people to see me react to them, but it's another thing for them to actually go to the video. So that's why I always try to provide, well, I don't try to provide, I always provide the links. Sometimes the links to the videos I react to, like, the videos end up getting deleted, so the links end up being bad, but you get the idea. I just try to do my best to support the original artist in any way I can. So oh. Well, I'm glad you finally got this. Thing is, I'm NC, so I'm East Coast too. It's just what really does it is just it's mostly my work schedule. I work odd hours. I won't get into the absolute details on what hours I work, just because, you know, when it gets out there on the internet, you know, it's just more for family safety more than my own personal safety or anything like that. I personally don't care if people know when I work, but I just don't like, you know, outside people knowing what work hours I do, more or less for my family's safety more than anything, you know. But yeah, it's just, that's really why I really stream at odd hours. And I tried to, you know, there's only so many weekends where I could probably do live streams, and that is, you know, just a darn shame, because I know that's one of the best times for people to make it. But at the same time, you know, that's why I try to at least do, you know, content whenever I can. But you know, you have really been doing great with your suggestions here, and you know, good lord. All right, well, we're definitely on the stream here, so let me go ahead. We're gonna switch on over, and we're gonna hit up another K-pop heavy hitter in 21 with their song Ugly. Let's see what the original sounds like. I love the cover so much, I can't wait to hear what the original was. All right, 21, what you got for us? I don't know how to read Korean. I love the work they're doing with the video. You know what I love about this? I already like 21, so I knew that I was going to love the song anyways. If I loved the cover of their song, I knew I was going to love the original. But here's what I really love about this. Is like with this one, like with Daesung and Seungyoon, God, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I feel like I got more of like an alternative vibe with that, whereas this one, it's like I get more of a pop. But what's great is that they're both so equally great that it's like you can have both of these songs on the playlist, and then depending on what mood you're in, you can listen to either one of these and get what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for more of like definitely like an alternative rock type feel, you go with the cover. But if you want more of like a pop, even though you kind of get the rock, it's more like pop rock, then you go with this one. But both are just so equally good. It's just a matter of what mood you're in at the time you're listening to it. And knowing the lyrics from what Daesung did and hearing where he did the lyric changes on there. But when I think about that though, I think that is so much more true for women in terms of the scrutiny that they go under. I mean, it's just, sometimes I hear and just see some of the comments and remarks made towards, and again, when I say idols, I'm going to include actors and actors with this too, because they're not shielded from fans at all. But really anybody in the limelight in Korea, especially females, I feel like they just get so much more scrutiny, so much more criticism, and false criticism at that. And just some of the stuff is just so stupid. I'm just like, who hurt you so bad that you need to try to tear down, these people, And I feel like sometimes women get it the worst because there's always so much pressure in terms of their looks and everything. And then it just gets compounded. It's just such a damn shame to see that. And it just makes me so mad whenever I see it. I just wish I could like go through the screen and just be like, these freaking keyboard warriors that will just attack anybody for any reason. It's disgusting. I hate it. And I feel it's caused the demise of way too many idols. And it's just a shame. And you get all that with such a song that's like such an upbeat bop. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like if you know the lyrics, you really have no business freaking bopping to the song, but they do it in a way where it's like, how can you not bop to it? It's just so crazy. And it's even crazier when you think about this group because they're really, like, honestly, if you're real, they're real pioneers with K-pop. In my opinion, at least. I love this video too. I hate to say it, but it's a fun video. None of y'all. No, none of you are ugly. And you know what? I love... Let's go back. I love that part. I love that part so much. I'm talking about it's like, no, y'all aren't ugly. And I love what they just did with this part right here. You got that. What do? They attack it. I love it. Oh. Looking at this now, considering when this was and where we're at now, but to see them like literally, I guess you could say, like fight back against the criticism, that is such beautiful symbolism. And whether that's what they meant with that scene or not, I don't care. That is what I got out of it. And you know what? I'm here for it, ladies. I'm here for it. That is, get yours. It's over, isn't it? Close enough to over. Darn nabbit. That's what I'm talking about. You show them what's up. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Well, just like I thought. I thought it was going to be awesome. And it was. And I definitely love, like I said, I love what they did, you know, in that video where, you know, they're getting theirs against the big ugly window. It's like telling them to screw themselves. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, and it's not even K-Nets and K-Media. Sometimes I think with some groups, even international fans are crazy. Like, anybody who's seen my streams enough knows that when it comes to K-pop, Black Swan is my group, so I follow them a lot. And I also follow a lot of what people say. And some of the stuff that I've seen is just absolutely ridiculous. You know, and it's just like, one of the things that drives me nuts is people who claim that because they have no Koreans in the group that they aren't K-pop group. I'm like, you look at what they do everything a K-pop group does. They promote in Korean, they go on Korean promotion shows, you know, they go on Korean radio shows. I know a lot of their lives they speak English, but they'll throw Korean in there too. You know, they talk to Korean each other. When they do like some of their videos on their official channel, they're speaking in Korean. You know, the only thing they don't do that any other Korean K-pop group does is have a K-pop or have a Korean member. That's the only thing. Everything else they do. And you know, it just drives me nuts how far some people go. And the crazy thing is that I see it more from international fans more than from the K-Nets. I feel like the K-Nets support Black Swan more than the international fans do, which seems opposite of what you would think it'd be more the international fans more than the K-Nets, but it seems like the other way around. It's like the Koreans support Black Swan more than the international ones do, outside of maybe from certain countries, like obviously in Brazil, because that's where Gabby's from, in the US, because that's where Envy's from, you know, Senegal, Belgium, where Batu's from. But then and obviously India, good lord. I'm sure when Shreya joined India, it was crazy. Not yet. It's actually Lil Supreme. It's actually coming up in just a minute. You got back just in time. But yeah, we just finished 21 Ugly, and I'm just thinking about all the criticisms that a lot of the Korean idols go through, and it's just really disgusting to me, you know. And I was just talking about just what I've seen with like my favorite K-pop group, but it's not limited to them. You know, I see what Cat's Eye, you know, some of the criticisms they go through. That one does seem to be more gathered from K-Nets than international fans from what I've seen. But, you know, I just think about Cat's Eye. But I've been seeing Blackpink LI hate lately. Don't know why. It's just so crazy. Groups I'm so used to seeing being so loved, and yet now I'm starting to see so many people like talking trash on them. Especially, believe it or not, I've been seeing a lot of negative comments about BTS. I'm like, why? Now, granted, as I got more into K-pop, BTS has kind of gone down on my tier list of, you know, groups, but I still think they're amazing. And to hear some of the stuff I'm seeing, I'm just like, why? Like, people are like, you know, they haven't done anything in a while, you know, they're watched. It's like, they've been doing their military service. What do you want them to do? Ugh. Oh, don't even get... Honestly, TOP is a topic that deserves its own video, if not its own stream. Don't even get me started with TOP. And I've only just recently started getting into Big Bang and learning about what happened with him and why and it's like, and that's like the whole thing. Like, I know Big Bang's got their 20th anniversary coming up, and I'm really hoping that TOP does something with the other 3 members. But if he doesn't, I'm not even gonna be mad at him. It's all K-Nets on that one. And that is a hill I will die on. And that is such a shame that, like I said, don't even get me started on TOP. Like I said, that deserves a whole video, if not a whole stream on... We can honestly do a whole stream on just how idols are treated by fans. Not just K-Nets, but even throwing the international fans in there. It's freaking disgusting, but... Alright, that said, got one more video to go and then we're calling it a stream. So, Lil Supreme, if you're still here, you, like I said, you got here just in time. So we're going to check out your song, Now She Want Me. Let's see what you got for us. Let's go ahead and head on over. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Video's up. Alrighty. Now She Want Me by Lil Supreme. Let's see what we got.
Hey, I'm kind of glad you didn't pick up. I kind of just called to hear your voice, so your voice recording was enough.
Damn, she calling again? Should I answer? I swear she just want me for the money, bro. Now she called my phone. Said she missed me. Back then she was a ghost. Now she with me. Only hit me cause I got a little money. Now I'm up and she acting like she love me. What? She ain't ever show love when I need it. Now she blowing up my phone every weekend. Talking about us and I don't believe it. She just want a life like mine? No secret. I've been running plays, getting to the cash. She ain't hit my line till she saw me with the bag. Now she in my DMs like we gotta pass. Told her I'm too busy, moving way too fast.
Alright, my guy, I'm going to tell you this right now. I love what you're doing with this. You know what I love about this? The style that you're doing this with. I love the fact that it doesn't sound so much like a rap, but it really feels like it's you, like, relaying, like, what's going on. It has, like, a much more personal feel to it in a way. It's almost like, you know, it's like I'm just kind of, like, sitting here, just kind of, like, while I'm nodding to the beat and everything, I feel like it's more like I'm actually just sitting, like, across from you as you're telling me about this. I really like that style. I really like what you did with that.
New chain froze up, now she watching. Now she wanna flex like we walked in. Trying to tag along cause I'm popping. Where was you when I ain't have no options? Cause I remember
right?
when I was down bad. Now I'm in the race, do the dash, no lag. She just want a clout, I can see through that.
You know what? I'm gonna rewind it a little bit because that is not a really good pause spot. But you know what? That little bit right there, you know what? I that's what I'm saying. You right about that. And you know what? With that being said, I gotta give a shout out to my wife. Don't know if she wants me to say her name on there, so I'll just call her wifey. But you know what? Like, she was the one that really fully talked me. Actually, when I really think about everywhere I've gone in life lately, I really feel like that she's the one that really prompted it. Like, she pushed me to, you know, go to school to become a medical assistant, and then she was the one that really helped me get into college to become an LPN. Even before those, when I was considering starting YouTube, she was the one that really kind of encouraged me to kind of just go for it. And considering the time it takes for me to do all that, you know, it's like they always say, you know, behind every great man there's a great woman, and that is just so true. Y'all, you know, if you don't know, you know. And like I said, you know, when I was, you know, like I said, I guess you could say even when I was struggling, you know, she was there, you know. I am by no means saying that I'm big right now, you know, but, you know, if I ever do, you know, at least I can say she was with me, you know, day one, like true day one. You know, I'm one of the lucky ones, and I hope, I can only hope anybody get that lucky. So, you know, it's like, you know, I'm just listening to this, you know, it's just like, knowing that there are so many people that go through that, it just makes me appreciate her that much more.
Like we gotta pass. Told her I'm too busy, moving way too fast. New chain froze up, now she watching. Now she wanna flex like we walked in. Trying to tag along cause I'm popping. Where was you when I ain't have no options? Cause I remember nights when I was down bad. Now I'm in the race, do the dash, no lag. She just want a clout, I can see through that. I've been running plays, getting to the cash. She ain't hit my line till she saw me at the bag. Now she in my DMs, like we gotta pass. Told her I'm too busy, moving way too fast. Call my phone, said she missed me. Back then she was a ghost, now she with me. Only hit me cause I got a little money. Now I'm up and she acting like she loved me. She ain't never shown me love when I needed. Now she blowing up.
That's a damn shame. There's so much truth with a lot of people like that now.
She just want a life like mine, no secret. I've been running plays, getting to the cash. She ain't hit my line till she saw me with the bag. Now she in my DMs, like we gotta pass. Told her I'm too busy, moving way too fast. Drip too clean, now they all wanna slide. She ain't ride then, now she wanna ride. I was on my own, she ain't wanna try. Now I'm on the charts and she changing sides.
Now that's some real stuff right there. That is some real stuff right there.
When I was down bad, lonely. Now I'm in the spotlight. Now you know me. You ain't send a text back. Now you on me. Saying you were there, girl. You gotta show me. Now she called my phone. Said she missed me. Back then she was a ghost. Now she with me. Only hit me cause I got a little money. Now I'm up and she acting like she loved me.
Damn, I was really getting into that too. That's a shame that's the end. Damn. Well done, my guy. Well done. Yo, I love that song. I love what you did with that. That was awesome. That was awesome. And you know what? I think it was just a combination of things. One, that is definitely a real thing. Like I said, it's like you hear so many stories about that. And on both sides too. You hear about some women that go through that too, but hey, keep it up, man. Keep it up. What, no matter how long it takes, keep it up. Like I look at my YouTube journey, I remember I was just like, man, if I can just get to 1,000 subs, and I don't remember how long it took me to get there, but man, when it got there, oh man, it made all that time, all that work. It's just like when you finally get there, you just don't feel like it can get any better. And yet here I am now at over 5,000. It's just, but you just it's gotta be a, step at a time, all they say, you gotta crawl before you walk before you run, or I can even go the Karate Kid route, they're, what is it? First learn stand, then learn fly. So, but the idea is just to get those goals, and just do a little bit at a time, even if you don't make it, don't worry about it, and I think that's the thing. You can't do this stuff unless you're okay with failing. You gotta be able to fail. If you aren't okay with failing, you're not gonna make it, because failure is the best teacher in the world. And Lord knows I've had my share of failures on this channel. You can look back at some of my older videos and it's just, I sometimes look at that and I'm just like, how did that dude get to where I am now? So, yeah, and that's always a good thing to do. But sometimes, at the same time though, sometimes you just gotta trust your gut too, because there have been times where I've had some viewers, they try to tell me one thing and then I realize, I'm like, that's not the route I want to go with my channel. Sometimes you gotta stick to your guns and go with the route you want, because sometimes what people will do, they'll look at other people, they're like, well, I've seen people that do it like this, and I'm like, that's fine and dandy, but I don't want to do it like them. Yeah, there are some things like them that I will do because it's a good idea, but at the same time, if I do it the way everybody else does, if somebody looks at my channel and they're like, oh, well, it's just this person, why should I watch this guy? I gotta do my own thing on there, and I know a lot of people like hate when I pause the videos so often when I'm reacting, but I do it for two reasons. It helps in terms of, dealing with copyright, but B, it's also a way for me to be able to share my thoughts at the time, because I am getting older, so my memory kind of sucks sometimes, but at the same time, I'm not, interrupting the song all that much. Yeah, I'll speak over the song at times when I have maybe a quick thought or two, but if I'm about to go into a whole spiel on something, it's like, okay, I gotta pause, because I don't want to speak over the song too much. And then sometimes I'll even go back. It's like I did with yours, when I know I hit a bad pausing point, but I had a thought that I knew I needed to speak on. Just little stuff like that. But I really loved what you did with that. It's such a real topic that's very relatable, but then at the same time, I love the idea that it didn't feel like a rap song. Yeah, perfectly fine. Go for it. I'm okay with that. Perfectly okay with that. You know, like I'm gonna have this live stream posted eventually anyways. It's probably gonna be private for a couple days, because what I'm going to do is normally I have my full replays for members only, but I've been in a very giving mood this month, so this full replay is going to be available to the public. But I like to wait until after it gets done rendering and it renders in HD. But then I'm also going to post an ad-free version for members, so that'll probably be, ooh, good lord, we're going in over 2 hours, so it's probably going to be about Monday before this comes back up on the channel. But yeah, definitely, if you want to just take the cut of this, I will cut it in the chapters and make it a little easier for you. But yeah, feel free to, you know, if you want to use that. I do have the Creative Commons on there, so I don't remember what it is. I think it's just, you just simply gotta at least credit me or give a link to the video on there. That's really all I care. But definitely feel free to share. I'm all down for that, because I honestly really love what you did with that. Because like I said, it really didn't like feel like I was just sitting there to a rap song. It really felt like I was just like sitting across from you and you were really venting all of this. You know, and it felt very personal, and I loved the fact that you did that. And on top of that, everything, you know, was good. I mean, love the melody, love the beat, you know, awesome. I did see that you have some other stuff on there. I may check some of that stuff out too. Very well done. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Keep up the good work. You'll get there one day, my dude. You'll get there one day. You know, whether it takes a week or 10 years, just don't stop. Don't stop. If it's really your dream, you'll do what you need to do. I have faith in you. I have faith on you. That said, I mean, between you, Elena, and Elizabeth, phew, y'all are showing why these viewer choice live streams are so much fun. I know I've said that already, so you know, you don't need to thank me. I thank you. I thank you for hopping on and giving me that suggestion. You know, that's the other thing I love about that. You know, I've been introduced to some new artists, new music, had a great variety, and y'all knocked it out of the park. And really looking forward to next month's. This one was probably one of my favorites. Definitely getting some new songs on my playlist. But like I said, I'll probably check out some of your other stuff. Thank you, Elizabeth, for joining. And also thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. I hope to see you guys again. All that said, you guys have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I will catch y'all down the road.